welcome back guys. I just thought I would insert this here as unfortunately it's taken me so long to release this video. I do apologise to Jordan from Castle Arts. I have had a few technical issues with this particular video. So anyway, forget about the boring stuff. I uploaded it and for some reason it was corrupt, so I had to try again and it's just taken me a little while to get around to it. But anyway, so I hope you find this interesting and I will let you watch the rest of the video.
Welcome back to the Colouring Zone. My name is Helena. So today I thought I would give you a quick update and also show you some beautiful books and also some pencils that I received by the company Castle Arts. The lovely Jordan from Castle Arts wrote to me and asked me if I wanted to review the 4 sets of books that have been recently launched. I believe they were launched yesterday. It is Saturday today, so they are available, so I will link them down below. This one here is not the book, but the reason why I've got this out is because they also very kindly sent me the Castle Art gold pencils, so I am really pleased with these. So this is the first products from Castle Arts that I've ever had, so I am really chuffed with them. And it's a company that I've been looking at these pencils actually. So these are the Castle Arts gold. I am still living with my in-laws and my house sale is about to go through, so I am due to complete next week. So this is why my videos have been a bit sporadic. Obviously, unfortunately, the Halloween series didn't end up being like uploaded until after Halloween, but it is just unfortunately the way it is at the moment. And I do intend to obviously be posting every week, but unfortunately I wasn't able to last week, and this week I'm just seizing my opportunity. My husband is not feeling very well, so he's in bed, my son is asleep, and my mother-in-law has gone for a walk with my sister-in-law and the dogs, and my father-in-law, I think he's either shopping or he might just be chilling out in the other room. But anyway, so I thought I'd seize my opportunity. So this was not really planned. But anyway, as you can see, I have been using these. They all sharpened really well. I didn't have any problems with breakages. And I have swatched them out, so I will show you. I found that they work really well on Amazon paper. And I will just, because like swatching them, oh, they're right here, look at that. So look at these beautiful colours. So as you can see, so I have written all the names, and I would say, if I just get one out, they are numbered, just numbered in order, which is so helpful. I really like that, and it does have a number as well as the name. And they do pretty much, I would say they pretty much match really. The colours, I mean, they're pretty good. I've not had any problems with breakages, as I said, and they seem to be quite central as well. So anyway, yeah, so they're absolutely beautiful colours and they work really well on this paper. I did make a couple of mistakes when I was, so yeah, this one here says like cadmium deep. I realised that actually this isn't cadmium, this is cadmium, and that one there isn't. So, and this paper was quite dirty before I actually swatched them out. And then as you can see, I made a couple of mistakes there, but it doesn't matter, does it? So that one there is cobalt purple, and it does look very much, wow, like a reddish pink really. But anyway, so beautiful colours. Now I have put them, I've been using them in conjunction with alcohol markers, which has worked really well. So the first book that I used them in is Joanna Basford's Joanna's Christmas. So the page that I worked on using them, just the pencils, was this bird. So this is a Distress ink background, as you can see, and I've also used quite a few of the Art Spirits paints on here. I was meaning to go over another layer. I think this is from the Wizard of Oz, and it's the red slippers. Anyway, so yeah, so I'm really pleased with how it came out. I don't know whether it would be better if I don't know whether that's better or not really, but anyway, so as you can see, they're really nice colours. So I did that one, and then I used alcohol markers and then went over with the Castle Art pencils, which seem to work really well. And I've also got some confetti. And then, what was the other page? Oh yeah, the other page I've been working on is this one. Now, I don't know whether I'm going to remember what pencils these are. But anyway, so those are the pencils that I'm really delighted with. And I've also been using them in one of the books. So I thought I would do some flip throughs. I think what in this book, in fact, I'll flip through it and then you can see the beautiful pages. Now, I've opened obviously the Christmas one because, you know, why not? It's, you know, we're now on the, is it the 19th of November? So, you know, we're getting there, aren't we, guys? I just can't believe we're still not moved into our house. But anyway, so what's quite good about this, so it gives you a bit of information about what you could possibly use, what they've got available, and then it also has these like inspiration little thumbnails, which I have used. So I found that really useful. And I'll sort of go into a bit more into that when I get through the, when I flip through the book. But yeah, there are some really beautiful pages in here. When I first opened it, I'll be honest, I was thinking, oh, this really isn't my style. But now I've actually coloured in it, I've really enjoyed it. So it's got this like 12 days of Christmas. And then the next section is like colouring cards, Christmas colouring cards, and then it's also got a seasonal calendar for colouring as well, which is different, isn't it? Now, as far as I'm aware, this is the first colouring book, or you know, one of the first 4 of the new colouring books that Castle Arts have developed. I've not known any colouring books before. Please correct me in the comments below if that's not the case. So yeah, they're just not really my style, because they're quite realistic, and that's not real. I'm more like sort of anime, like fantasy is my sort of style. This one here really reminds me of a book that I recently bought at the range. There's a particular photo or a particular picture in that colouring book that it reminds me of. So I'm not actually entirely sure how much these retail for. I have not looked. Obviously, these were provided to me. These were gifted to me. So I didn't obviously pay for them. But they only went live yesterday, and I've not actually looked. So you've got some quite simple ones, and then you've also got some quite detailed ones, which is quite nice. If I put the light on, I don't know whether that's better or not. This one here is really sweet. I think this one is actually one that I could go really to town with like some metallic paints, but we will see. And I really like this one as well. 10 Lords a-leaping. 11 pipers piping. Drummers, that's quite sweet. That's actually really sweet. See, it's funny when you actually flip through. I find that when I flip through and I'm speaking about it, I'm taking more notice. So this one here is really sweet. It's quite intricate. And this is one that I've done. So I've done this little robin. So I used a blender in the background, and it was the Derwent blender. And then I've also used some, I've based all of it, I think, pretty much with alcohol markers. I haven't actually done, so yeah, as you can see, look. But you know, this paper's pretty good. I mean, I've not had any issues with it, and I could have probably blended that, but that is just pencil work there. And I was quite liking the texture, so I thought I would leave it. And I've also added some pens as well, some white gel pen, which was, I'm pretty sure it was the Arteza. So yeah, I'm quite pleased with that. I could even add probably some, what's it called, like glossy accents. Obviously I've only got certain supplies with me because I'm living with my in-laws, so lots of things are packed and stored away in boxes, and they are in a garage. I mean, it's a very nice garage, but it's in a garage, it's not in a home. So so yeah, some quite simple ones. I did do quite a few Christmas postcards from Hannah Carlson a couple of years ago, and I really enjoyed them, and that's what it sort of reminds me of. Obviously these are a little bit bigger. I think the postcards are more like that size, but this one's a really sweet one. And then I should probably, sorry guys, yeah, these are all, and then this one here is landscape, so I'm just going to flip the book over. Got the sleigh, and this one here is one that I am currently working on. I was watching Junior Bake Off, and I've just used alcohol markers, so no pencil on this one. But it seems to work quite well. Obviously you do need something behind to stop it from bleeding through, but you know, there's a real variety in this book. Obviously it is different illustrators. I don't actually know whether it refers to the illustrator or illustrators, because it's definitely more than one. I don't think it does. I will look at the back of the book as well. This is another one that I've done. As you can see, I've been really enjoying this book. I've just been sat, you know, it was a really, really quick one. I used an alcohol base for certain aspects, and then I have used the Renaissance Advent Calendar paints. So I've got the dot cards and not the Advent Calendar, because I mean, it's really, really pricey, her Advent Calendar this year compared to last year. So it's probably not something that I'm going to be able to get, which is, I'm really, really gutted by, because these paints are absolutely beautiful and I appreciate how much work goes into them. But, you know, in comparison to her last year's Advent Calendar, it is double the price. And you've got half the amount of pigments, because there's only 13 in them. So yeah, I'm a bit gutted about that. Anyway, so yeah, so really, really good fun. Really enjoyed this one. Very simple background. So I actually used Distress watercolour pencils, and then just went over, and look how well it blended out. I mean, you can't really see many streaks, and I was sort of going like that. So, you know, it's pretty good. So there's another one that I've done. And then look at this stocking. It's really sweet. And what's quite nice about these, because they don't have the massive lines, I think they do stand out more. Let me know in the comments below what your thoughts are. See, obviously you've got some more sketchy sort of outlines. This one here is very intricate, but I'm sure it would look absolutely gorgeous. So you would definitely need like pencils and maybe gel pens, or I certainly would. Look how small that is. If I just put you down, like, it's really, really little details. Look at the little boat. So there's that one, and then I'll zoom you back out again. So I just zoomed you back out again. So this is the seasonal calendar, and it says January on this side, which says winter. Got the penguins. I mean, I'm sure these would look absolutely gorgeous coloured in. And then you've got this one. And these obviously are A4. And I suppose you could say they're quite basic line art. May. And June, start of summer. And July. This one here is absolutely beautiful. And do you know what? I am wondering whether I actually might colour this and put it in my son's room. I'm not sure yet. I mean, probably not now, but it's one that I'm really thinking about. And there's this one, which is gorgeous. So there's a real variety in this book, which I think is brilliant. I don't think it's a book that I'm going to colour, you know, start to finish. Like, there's not many books that I think, oh yeah, I'm going to do that. I think I've only completed like 2 books in my whole life. So, you know, it does take me a while. This one here is really, really pretty. The line art is it is line art. There's no sort of shading. And I do think that actually this is where the images come in really, really helpful. They're like sort of like example images, because you can decipher which leaf is part of what you know, aspects of it. So yeah, there is that. And there's obviously Halloween. She looks really scary, doesn't she, that witch? November. And then this beautiful castle. And that's the end of the book. Now, one thing I would say, and I don't know, I haven't opened the other ones. I really wanted to open this one because I wanted to colour in it and I wanted to show you. So I don't know whether it's true of the other ones. We'll look together. You'll be getting my first impressions. So test your colours. This is the back of this. So there's no point really testing your colours on this, because actually it's paper. So it's completely different to, this is like laminated. Whereas the paper obviously isn't. So there's no real like test page really. I suppose what you could do is at the start of the book, this is sort of the glossy paper as well as this. And then this one, and then it does change. So you could potentially use this. Excuse me guys, I'm yawning. Yeah, you could use this as your test page, but it would mean that you would sacrifice this. And I suppose the other thing with the cards, so if I wanted to cut this out and actually post it as a card or give it to someone as a card, because I've used alcohol markers, obviously look at the back, but what you could do is you could actually mount this. You could mount it and then put it on a piece of card and do it that way. I mean, I'm not really a card maker. I really wish I was, but I've just, you know, I've got lots of beautiful art supplies and stuff. I'm sure I would have plenty to go around for card making, but it's just another hobby, isn't it? So those are those two. So obviously I've shown Joanna Basford because obviously I've used coloured pencils in there, and also the Castle Arts Christmas Merry Christmas activity book. So this is actually a different day But anyway, so we'll get back to it. So I think I got to the reference images and I think I got to this one. So it does have the description of what the flowers are there. And I am just going to do a quick flip. So I did actually have a look to see how much these retail at. Because I wasn't actually entirely sure. And on the Castle Arts website, it does say that they're £14.99 each. I'm not sure whether you can buy them in a bundle. I will put all of the information down below in the description box. And yeah, so you can check them out if it's something that you're interested in. So I suppose these are very, you know, plain sort of line art, which does give you scope to actually do your own shading. So yeah, I think it would be quite interesting. Obviously, there's no sort of indication of, you know, where the shadows would be. So I suppose it's just preference, isn't it? And what you want to do with it. I mean, it would look absolutely beautiful if you just did a flat colour. I tend to like adding a bit of shading, but also because it's got the information of what it is, it does mean that you can actually Google it and use a reference image, which is always quite nice, isn't it? So I'll just keep flipping through. I'm not entirely sure whether this is really my style. I'm not entirely sure, to be honest. I'm not sure whether I'm actually going to keep this book, I'll be honest. I mean, they're beautiful images, but I've got so many beautiful books, and I think this will probably be quite low on the list. So, but yeah, as I said, I'm really enjoying the Christmas one. So I will just keep going. And of course, the images that I do, the books that I do have, they're not normally, I don't normally go with ones that are just purely flowers. There's other elements on the page as well. The paper does seem quite thick. I mean, it is, I don't know whether you're going to be able to hear, but it is quite thick. And obviously I have used alcohol markers in the Christmas one. That's beautiful. It's quite good because it tells you information about it as well, which is quite nice. Lily, I love lilies. They don't have stained things, do they, when they all of the yellow orangey stuff comes off of them. It'll be interesting to see whether it's actually got a test page on the back or whether it is similar to the previous Christmas one, where the back page is sort of, which is laminated, so you're not going to get, yeah, so it is the same, which is unfortunate because obviously unless you wanted to use this page as your tester, but anyway, so there is flowers, the beautiful flowers, and this is colouring book from Castle Arts. I'm going to move this one here out of the way and we will keep going. So on this one, it has got a bit of a ding, and it's also got this, well, I don't actually know what it is, but it's black. I will have a look as we go through. So this is Enchanting Fantasy Colouring Book. Oh, look at these images. They are absolutely gorgeous. Absolutely beautiful inspiration images. So I am going to go through this quite quickly because I'm just very aware of how long this video is going to be, but also I think my my in-laws will be home very, very soon, and I want to get this filmed for you because I do feel really bad that I've been quite quiet on my channel. So I actually completed on my house today, so I am absolutely delighted. And went over there to see it. So I'm really, really excited about that. This is actually really, really gorgeous images. So I think this is more really my style. Oh, these are beautiful. See, the next one is castles. Now, I just cannot imagine that I'm gonna be into it, to be honest. But these, it's looking pretty good. Ice Maiden. Look at that elephant, the balloons. It's trying to decipher, but that's really good with the images, with the example images, because it's obviously coloured, so you know exactly what it is you're colouring. That's beautiful. Some really, really fine details. But yeah, I think this is going to be brilliant. I'm pleasantly surprised. The Princess and the She-Wolf. Oh, yeah. I think this is definitely, this is going to be one that I keep. And it is a shame that they don't state who the artists are. I really like to know. Because also it gives them credit, doesn't it, the artist that's actually done this. And it just seems very impersonal when they don't state the artist's names. But that's just my personal opinion, so... And it just seemed like, I know that it said there's 36 in here, but it does feel a lot more, doesn't it? Or is it just me? Oh, look at that. Yeah. I think I've got to the point in this hobby that I just know what I'm going to colour and what I don't. And obviously I say that, but it does of course change depending on what your interests are. Like at the moment I'm really, really into alcohol markers, so having these single-sided you know, line art is great because I can use that as a base. That is just, oh, this is gorgeous. I absolutely love this one. I think this one is probably my favourite out of, well, I suppose I haven't looked at the castle one yet, but I just know this is, oh, and another whale. I love whales. Yeah, this is all good, all good. They're so different, aren't they? More elephants. Beautiful. See, I was thinking maybe this is the artist, but it's not. It's just photos, isn't it? So that is the Enchanting Fantasy. Very excited about that one. And the last one is this one. So let's open this up. Oh, I wonder what... So these are obviously the completed. These look like photos to me. Yeah, they must be. So it is just very, very simple line art. And I'm sure this will appeal to some people, but it just does not appeal to me at all. And that's okay. But I think, you know, out of the 4 books, the Christmas one, obviously I've coloured in it quite a bit. And also that Enchanting Fantasy colouring book, oh, it's a winner. They're both winners. So not bad. And the pencils themselves are, I'm really enjoy using them. So I am very impressed. It's in Wales, in the UK, my neck of the woods. See, I love castles. So Breath of the Wild, which is Zelda, like I absolutely love that game, and like exploring all the castles, but colouring them in is just not something that interests me, unfortunately. And I suppose maybe if they were more grayscaled, I might be more, I don't know, encouraged to actually attempt one of them. But I just I can't see it. Another one in Scotland. Gem, Colour Cave, Neck of the Woods. Beautiful. Another one in England. Poland. France. Germany. Portugal, Slovakia, and Wales. That's beautiful, isn't it? There's loads in England, isn't there, and Scotland. Another one, Windsor Castle, and that's the end of the book. So, let's just, so these are the books. So this is the one that I've obviously coloured in quite a bit, and the Enchanting Fantasy colouring book, which I absolutely love. So I think I'm going to have a lot of fun tackling one of these pages. So those are those two. Now, the flower one and the castle one, I am thinking if anyone would be interested of me doing a giveaway for these. Unfortunately, it would just be the UK. Let me know in the comments below if that's something that you'd be interested in entering. And then I can do a separate video for that. But yeah, I just feel like, you know, I've got so many beautiful books, and if I don't feel like I'm going to colour in them, then I really need to give them away to someone that will. So I want them to be loved, and I know that they're not going to get any love from me. So although they're beautiful books, they're just not something that I'm going to colour in, and that's okay. But these, yeah, I'm sure I'm going to get lots of use out of these. So thank you very much to Jordan, who kindly sent these for me from Castle Arts. Obviously, we've looked at the pencils. This is a great case. So I'm really chuffed with these, and I'm getting a lot of use out of them. As you can see, me sharpening them. Some of them are a bit smaller than others. So yes. So anyway, I hope you are all doing very well, you're enjoying your colouring, and I shall see you in the next one very, very soon. Take care everyone, and happy colouring. Bye everyone, bye.